For tempura, you use flour. So flour is made of wheat, contains gluten. Obviously, we use the lowest gluten content flour possible, but it still has some gluten, and that would be activated by two things. One is temperature, and the other would be over mixing it. So we try to avoid doing that, and also we chill our flour and we chill our water to get the lowest temperature possible. We have our tempura flour here. It's our home mixture. It contains the lowest gluten content flour which we could find. So we add some potato starch in to get it more crispy, and a little baking powder to get those tempura nice and fluffy. So this needs to be sifted just to get them nice and even. Okay, that's fine. I do that one more time so we're certain that's good enough. I sift it one more time, and then our flour should be fluffy enough for mixing. At first we mix our flour, and we prefer to freeze it for at least 24 hours. So freezing would sort of really deactivate the gluten in there, which I had some things about it already. The gluten shouldn't be activated during the tempura process because that would make the butter more sort of chewy rather than crispy. However, it's also important not to use the frozen flour, so it needs to be allowed out from the freezer for at least an hour until it gets to the right just cold temperature. So then this can go to the freezer, and now we can wait for a day. So now we are ready to mix our tempura butter. So we have super cold tempura water, which is a mixture of sake and water. So the reason we add sake to the water in about 1/3 part, that sake obviously contains alcohol, which has much lower boiling point than water. So once you put that in hot oil, the alcohol would evaporate. That would make the tempura butter more crispy. So we are going to mix in the sifted and chilled frozen, but not frozen anymore, flour. I use a whisk, and we use 100 grams of flour to 180 milliliters of the tempura premixed sake water. So this is the consistency you want to get. It is sort of pancake butter consistency, if you like. I think we are ready to fry.